So I'm guessing that Lincoln Riley met with the media probably right after the Cotton Bowl announcement, and maybe one other time since then. Has there been any discussions that you've come across in regards to player interviews or news conferences from Lincoln Riley and just their thoughts about the Tulane game, the Cotton Bowl, that opportunity, and kind of gauging their excitement or lack thereof?
Well, I haven't picked up on quotes, but like the main story of these past 2 weeks since the end of the regular season and since the Cotton Bowl matchup was made official is that Lincoln Riley, he's a Texas kid from Muleshoe, Texas. Like he reveres the Cotton Bowl. Like it's special to him. It's in his DNA. Growing up as a kid, the Cotton Bowl was still a really big deal in capital letters. And so that Lincoln Riley cares about the game and everything that you've heard from Caleb Williams. Like he wants to play in this game. This is important. It's USC. It's setting the high standard. It's playing in an elite bowl game. It's carrying momentum into next season. Let's also recall that Caleb Williams, played in the Alamo Bowl a year ago for Oklahoma against Oregon. He could have blown off that game with the coaching change and everything that was happening. No, he wanted to play with his guys. Like that, it was not a given that Caleb Williams was going to play in that Alamo Bowl, but he did, and he played great. Oklahoma hangs 47 points on Oregon. So like Caleb Williams, his competitive nature. I mean, he has that hamstring injury, and the internal reports from USC are that it's progressing well. So like he is on track to play this game. You could say that Caleb Williams with the hamstring concerns, he could just opt out. He could just say, hey, I don't want to risk it, don't want to take any chances. And, we've seen Utah players, Clark Phillips in particular, opt out of the Rose Bowl. Caleb Williams, by all appearances, by all accounts, he wants to play in the Cotton Bowl. And another piece of news that I've gathered the past few days just from, following Twitter and following what various USC beat writers and reporters are saying, Tuli Tuipulotu wants to play in the Cotton Bowl. Now, he hasn't made a decision about the NFL draft or coming back to USC for 2023. That's still unclear, but he has said he's going to play in the Cotton Bowl. So Lincoln Riley says it's a big game. Caleb Williams wants to play. Tuli Tuipulotu wants to play. So you have your best offensive player, you have your best defensive player, two foremost team leaders. They're both saying, hey, I want to be in this Cotton Bowl game. I want to play. I want to win. This matters. You have to think that with those two team leaders, Caleb and Tuli, setting that example, it's going to radiate through the rest of the roster, and you're going to have other guys, joining in. So we haven't gotten a decision yet from Jordan Addison. Like that, I think, is the big remaining question in terms of a player, a potential opt-out. But he hasn't made any decision that I've seen. So we're waiting for that. But, if Caleb's playing and Tuli's playing, I mean, that doesn't mean Jordan Addison is playing, but I would say it increases the odds, that he wants to be with his band of brothers again. And also Jordan Addison was injured for a few games, so he might want to make another on-field statement before he prepares for the combine and then the draft. I'm not predicting that, but I'm just saying that with Caleb and Tuli setting the example, it increases the chances that Jordan Addison will also play in the Cotton Bowl. So you are seeing from team leaders that they want to play in this game, they want to win this game, and that this is not just a meaningless exhibition. That you're seeing Caleb Williams and Tuli Tuipulotu really indicate that they care about this, and that is a very important statement for USC.